Hey guys, Richard at Ryden's Room doing my latest video, this time on one of my favourite TV shows of all time. That is Bottom. And this will just be for Series 1. It's a brief introduction. Absolutely love the show Bottom. Growing up, loved it. Just the things that the two characters, Richie and Eddie, do. It's just completely mental. The cartoon violence, the situations they find in. And I just love that they're both two complete losers. It's not like a positive TV show, but it kind of feels real. Like, you know, life like Richie and Eddie, God knows what you'll be like in the future. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably the inspiration for shows like Peep Show as well. Yeah, huge fan of Bottom, but I never really liked the young ones. I don't know what it was. I mean, I've seen the odd episode, you know, where they're students living together. No, I've been there, but it just didn't really appeal. Maybe I should have watched it before Bottom. I don't know, but no, Bottom is great. So this will just be about Series 1. I finished watching this last night. 6 episodes in each series, again, much like Peep Show. And that's fine, more would be good, but they've got their extras, they've got Guest House Paradiso, which I watched recently, which is a great film. So yeah, this is pretty much just a review of like the series, all 6 episodes. So episode 1 is Smells. That's where Richie and Eddie decide they need they need to attract women better, so they go to a sex shop and buy some pheromone spray. Hilarious stuff. You know, when they go into the shop, Richie trying to act all mature, like he's not a pervert who's interested in that sort of thing. And of course, the shopkeeper sees right through them. Great stuff, and the smell's terrible. It repels anyone near them. As a dickhead, the barman says, it smells like the drains have gone off. Richie and Eddie don't seem to realise. You know, hilarious stuff constantly. They just assume these women fancy them, and the hilarious part of that is early in the episode they complain there are lesbians everywhere when there's not. They just keep getting rejected. Yet the 2 women they come onto are lesbians. It's incredibly funny. Yeah, good episode. Not my favourite, but enjoyable. You know, it kind of sets up the characters pretty well. Next episode is Gas, which is one of the greatest episodes of all time. You know, hello, gas man. You know, like stolen gas from the neighbour, but this huge like hose from their gas supply into their neighbours. So their very friendly neighbour, Mr. Rottweiler. He's not the friendliest guy, unless he's got a bird with him, in which case he's the nicest guy ever. Again, that is just hilarious watching Richie and Eddie try and cover up their gas theft with their boiler or meter reading of naught, and because they don't use gas but they keep the place hot by making love, not with each other, of course. Very, very funny. And yeah, watching them just try and dispose of the evidence, got to keep the gas man busy until clocking off time so they can then get to their neighbours and destroy the evidence. Oh god, the things they do. And of course, hilarious cartoon violence, not just applied to Richie and Eddie. They beat the gas man to a pulp and somehow don't kill him, just give him a bad headache. And yeah, that's the first half. Second half is them trying to get into their neighbour Rottweiler's flat, and they do completely destroy his home in the process. And it's absolutely great. Richie and Eddie seems to have gotten away with what they've done until Rottweiler finds out that as they just happen to be leaving his flat, the gas man shows up, and yeah, hilarious enough. Richie thinks they got away with it. Nope, Rottweiler just bursts through the wall and grabs them both on the neck. I just love these endings where it looks like Richie are going to be beaten to a pulp, or perhaps even killed, but they're always fine in the next episode. Episode 3, Contest. I'm not really a big fan of that one. It's kind of boring. I suppose it's the bottle episode where it's set in the flat. Although surprisingly, Richie of Bottom, almost every episode is set exclusively in the flat. It's quite rare for them to go to the pub or anywhere else. I think, in fact, mine the odd episode, like the carnival one in series 3, or the police, the parade where they're pretending to be, where they're in the witness lineup. That's in the station and the pub. But yeah, most episodes are actually in the flat, which is pretty cool. Makes a good change, but it's nice for them to go somewhere else. But yeah, this episode is pretty much entirely in the flat. It's okay, just kind of a bit dull. Eddie is just wanting to watch Miss World on TV, while Richie, in his belief that he's better than everybody else, he decides that he should be watching stuff I can't remember what it was, I don't know, Antiques Roadshow or something maturer than he thinks he is. And yeah, the episode is really about them arguing over what to watch on TV, Richie kicking Eddie out, Eddie being surprised about how when he opens a book falls to the exact same spot every time. I'm wondering why when Richie studies his art, it always opens on that exact page. So that's one of the funniest things for Richie's a sex obsession, or rather sex not with any women. You sure you get what I mean there. It's pretty funny. Or is it the line he says later? I've got perfect eyesight, which is remarkable when you think about it. Dating episode, so wrong. Yeah, as a series 2-1. But yeah, that's kind of just the episode really. They're just arguing about what to watch on TV. Good old punch up as usual, but yeah, it's okay. There's some good stuff like how the dinner Richie has cooked for him and Eddie is what he's like grown or found in the garden. Dread to think what that'd be like. Yeah, good episode, but it's not one I would go back to. I just thought I'd rewatch every episode. I'm doing this. I did the same thing with I'm Alan Partridge a while ago, and also doing the same thing with Game On, after, like between seasons of Bottom. So it's fun to rewatch it. That's definitely the weakest, probably my least favourite. Next episode is Apocalypse. That's one where Richie and Eddie manage to inherit some money off Richie's aunt, and they go, rather than pay the bills, they go straight to Carnival, and it quickly gets stolen. Very, very funny. And I kind of wish I'd seen it when it first aired, because there is a line which has been confirmed the BBC edited. Like there's a bit when Richie's acting all friendly towards like the carnies just around him, and he's like talking about little nice, and then suddenly notices what it's gone like thieving bastard yobbos. Apparently that was thieving bastard jippos to start with. Apparently it was changed. There's a bit when he does actually use the word jippos or gypsies, and then there's this siren that gets thrown in. Apparently it's just offensive. I don't get why. Yeah, it's offensive, but hell, Richie and Eddie just surely they offend everyone. The stuff they say, because you call them women birds, for example. I don't know why gypsies or jippos had to be changed, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really hurt the episode. It's still pretty funny. Just Richie go to how nice these guys are, and then how much he hates them when he realizes they've stolen his wallet. Pretty funny. And of course, I just love how bad they are with money. They need money to pay the bills. They're kind of planting to lure his aunt there in the first place just to get her to hand over a check. She's died. He inherits like £600 and basically spends it all. Well, tries to spend half it, gets stolen, hides the rest in the flat, and that's pretty much stolen immediately as well. Richie goes to the carnival, gets a curse put on him where he's told he's going to die within a day, and of course it's, as Eddie would say, you're talking bollocks. It's so fake, but Richie believes the whole thing, has Eddie taste all of his food to check for poison. First he thinks he's ill. He realises he's not. Then he just realises it'll be an accident. Then becomes convinced Eddie is trying to kill him to steal that remaining £300. Kicks Eddie out. Eddie returns as Death. Richie somehow can't see through it. Eddie's on stilts, but he's still got his same voice. It's just a ghastly voice, but I suppose fits with Death, but it's clearly Eddie. And yeah, at the end, the guy who, basically how it began in Carnival, Eddie, when playing a shooting game, rather than just shoot the targets to win the prize to clear his debt, because he just destroys all the prizes, he then shoots the guy in the eye instead. That guy shows up to basically rob Richie and get his money, because he'd have his eye repaired, presumably in a back alley sort of place, because he needs £300 to cover it. Pretty funny, and yeah, it's one I go back to over and over. I just love how they do it, mainly how they interact with normal people, and it never goes well. So yeah, definitely one of the best ones. Next episode was Bottoms Up. That, I believe, was what one was it? Last episode is Richie's birthday. Oh, Bottoms Up, that's one when they've got to run a shop. Again, great stuff. Eddie goes to a local video shop, I remember them, pick up some naughty videos himself and gets completely conned. The Furry Honey Pot Adventure is just a children's cartoon about rabbits. Big Jugs is a history of pottery. Oh, that's all great stuff. And of course, Richie thinks he's better than filth like that, which of course he's not. But they end up running their landlord's shop for the day. For 50 quid, of course, which they accept, and it's just great. Richie just thinks he's better than everyone else, has a big white doctor's coat put on to prove he's the shopkeeper, and won't allow Eddie to wear one. Eddie's forced to wear his jumper back to front, or if not that, a little pin with a badge saying assistant. It's just great how Richie seems to think he's so much better, and of course, yeah, they just ruin it completely. Richie has imaginary conversations with the police, in particular, where he's arresting, trying to have little kids who have stolen from his shop arrested, picking on old women. That old woman has a son, and thump him. That's what he's done. And it's great. They soon just, rather than finally got some responsibility, and nope, they just abandon the shop to go watch the cricket on a roof, or rather watch people's TVs with a big telescope. And of course, it all goes wrong. Richie and Eddie just cannot be bothered. Eddie happy to leave the shop, although he manages to get a check for 50 quid himself first by having a customer's check addressed to him, not the business, which is so great. It's what he would do. Gets around not having his share of the money. But then, of course, it all goes completely wrong. They put a bell up so that they can hear when any customer show up. The bell just falls down and knocks every customer out, and it doesn't take long until the place is getting looted. They get trapped on the roof because Richie plans to crack Eddie's head open with the big big lid to drop down to keep the roof locked up. And of course they get trapped in the roof. Place gets looted. Eddie goes down to stop them, only willing to do that when he realizes he'll have to pay for everything that's been stolen: food, shelves, you name it. Goes down, fights all the looters off, goes back, unlocks the roof, and of course it slams shut while they're both up there. Then it rains and Richie just punches Eddie off. Very, very funny. And of course Eddie's got no way of surviving that, at least not without being put in a wheelchair. But that's a great fun, these endings. Something painful happens, and no, everything's back to normal next episode. Again, that's one of the funniest episodes. I just love watching Richie interact with people. There's one where a perfectly reasonable customer just walks in asking why his newspaper wasn't delivered. Richie, of course, is a complete dick to him for no reason. The guy, just has enough, slams Richie's head on the desk, takes the newspaper, and then casually waves goodbye to Eddie. Eddie's friends are all normal people, where Richie is not. It's hilarious stuff. And then the final episode is Richie's birthday party accident. Again, great. Richie's apparently invited all his friends to his birthday party, but no one's confirmed. Richie just has this belief that it's too old-fashioned to confirm invites. It's much more informal when you just show up when you feel like it. Or as Eddie says, so no one's confirmed. Yeah, Richie's got no friends. He's got all these cards that he's written to himself, or cards people have sent to him years ago that he just keeps sending back every single year. And of course, Richie's belief that he's better than everyone, better than Eddie, sealed the letterbox shut in his last birthday so Eddie couldn't get any cards, and pretended to be ill so that Eddie would have to cancel his birthday party to take care of him. It's very, very funny. Of course, Eddie has actually got friends. First time you see Spudgun and Dave Hedgehog, or as Richie puts it, Spudgun. Oh, I can't do that impression. It's the way Richie says Spudgun's great. And yeah, Dave Hedgehog, Eddie's only two real friends that you see now and then. Although, yeah, Richie's birthday, he ends up locked up in a closet because he falls off, breaks his leg, again, gets conned by Eddie, because he has no idea how anything in the real world works. Betting odds 10-1. Richie gives 10, he gets 1. Or other gives 20, he gets 2. Very, very funny. So yeah, Eddie's won hundreds of pounds. Richie gets 2, thinks that's a good birthday present, breaks his leg trying to catch the coin. Eddie tosses at him, and yeah, and his leg just snaps up completely the wrong way. Really, really good stuff. And yeah, Eddie has to stay in with Richie. Richie's birthday party is just Eddie's 2 friends and Richie, who then decide to basically play hide and seek. Can't remember the name, but it's something completely insane. And yeah, they just leave him in the cupboard while Eddie, Spudgun and Hedgehog drink and watch War and Peace, and then Emmerdale Farm repeats. Eddie mad at the extra, whose job is just to drink alcohol in the pub all day and get paid. Lucky bastard! Very, very funny. And yeah, at the end, Richie realises that they're not playing hide and seek, they've just abandoned him, falls down the stairs and breaks his other leg. Great stuff. She gets no help. Spudgun just, after they all start laughing, Spudgun actually throws up on Richie. He ends up in the hospital. When he gets back, Eddie's brought his other friend from the pub, having a great time. Of course, Richie takes over and no one has a great time. Just incredibly funny. He wants all the boys to give him a birthday present and all the birds to give him his birthday kiss. He gets none of that. After basically starting fights with some people, he ends up getting the bumps. They just throw him into the ceiling. It just ends with his casts on his legs shattering. Richie's screaming. Great stuff. So yeah, as you can tell, obviously love Bottom, love those episodes. Yeah, Series 1 is absolutely perfect opener. Yeah, there's that one weaker episode, episode 3 contest, but no series really has a perfect first series. Same with Father Ted, which I'll be re-reviewing at one point. Game On as well. Yeah, especially when there's only 6 episodes as well. Bottom, Peep Show. I think Father Ted. I think in England 6 is generally a standard. I know 13 was a standard of America for first season, but in England Series 1 tended to be about 6 episodes. But it's not a problem. 1 weaker episode compared to 5 amazing ones can't really be helped. But no, it's good. And yeah, Next series is Game On. Absolutely love that show, and I've still got my original DVD copy from 2004. As soon as series 2 and 3 got the DVD release, they put them in a box set, which I bought. Still the original one, nice little folded closing box, whereas bottom is just the sort of case where you just slot the 3 boxes in. Not as, you know, impressive, but they're never going to change. It doesn't really matter. But the main reason I bought these, I used to own them, but in the past I've had to sell DVDs when I've like needed money. So DVDs, games, CDs, books, etc. But since it left Netflix, I thought, no, I'm not getting BritBox, and Bottom is just too good. So yeah, Bottom and I'm Alan Partridge actually bought back in the summer because I thought Amazon would just, you know, Amazon, eBay, H&V, etc. Prices would go up. Surprisingly, they haven't. Maybe hasn't really affected sales too much. It might do in the future, but yeah, it's not just that with streaming you don't know what version you're getting, any edits, etc. It's more that once they go, they go. I nearly sold my Doctor Who DVDs. Thank God I didn't, because I just don't want BritBox. But yeah, physical media is really important, and it's nice having these, you know, next to me to put in any time, even if it makes the shelf bigger. But who cares? Let's be honest, I'm hoping not moving a house again too many times, and it does make the shelf look a bit nicer. But yeah, that's it. So series 1 done. Absolutely loved it. Out of 10, I don't know. I'll give it 9 out of 10. One weaker episode, but overall very funny. But it can only get better from here. But yeah, absolutely love Bottom, and I'll see you next time for the next video, which will be Game On Series 1. I'm kind of just watching them in the evenings, like 1 or 2 episodes a night, because I've got other shows and films in the daytime. Walking Dead starts again tomorrow. Buffy and Angel still watching through, and then anything else on the list. So this evening, but 1 or 2 a night, doesn't take long. So yeah, following the same pattern with Game On, so that'll be the next review. But yeah, hope you like this video. If you want, like and please subscribe. That'd be absolutely great. See you next time. Thank you.